fuel used to generate most of Basin Electric's electricity. The subsidiary Dakota Coal Company finances the continued development and operations of the Freedom Mine and markets the lignite coal production from that mine. Dakota Coal's customers are the Antelope Valley Station, the Leland Old Station, and the Great Plains Synfuels plant. Dakota Coal doesn't own or operate the Freedom Mine. That job is done by the COTEAU Properties Company, but the two work closely together. Dakota Coal's commitment to safety is proven at the coal mine and beyond. Dakota Coal has a division, Wyoming Lime Producers, and a subsidiary, Montana Limestone Company. This year, Wyoming Lime achieved 4 years without a lost-time accident. The quarry of Montana Limestone has had no lost-time accidents in 4 years, and the fine grind plant is on track to achieve 10 years without a lost-time accident in December. Dean BRAY is the Dakota Coal Director of Lignite, Lime, and Limestone.
Having come from the field years ago and having a pretty good knowledge of it, it's an amazing statistics and achievements that they've accomplished.
BRAY says the facilities will not rest on past performance, though, and are moving forward with the Caterpillar Safety Services program.
Like everyone else, we have a lot of policies, procedures in place, and those are very, very important. But I think what sets us apart is our individuals take personal choices and responsibilities. And I believe that's what the biggest difference is.
Aside from safety, Wyoming Lime Producers celebrated a couple more milestones this year. Their 20-year anniversary of lime production and production of their 2.5 millionth ton of lime. Randy Banning is Franny Lime Plant's operations manager.
Our main goal is to support the Basin Electric family with a long-term, low-cost supply of lime for their production facilities. We also sell on the free market. On the free market, the Bakken oil field the last couple of years has been a wonderful additional market for us. We don't know how long that's going to last, but it's been very good for us for the last couple of years.
At Montana Limestone's fine grind plant and rail loadout, they found customers in the Williston Basin as well.
Also picked up some over in the Bakken oil field. They're using our powdered limestone to neutralize the cuttings, the drill cuttings coming up, just stabilize that a little bit. So
Mike Jones is the superintendent of the fine grind plant and rail loadout facility. The plant grinds and separates different sizes of limestone for different customers. Because the market for smaller product is growing more quickly, the plant needs to install a pin mill to help efficiency and to be able to produce more product.
3 rows of pins in them, and they're speeding around in a circle, and so the product drops in and is forced to go out through all the pins. You've got one stationary row of pins, and you've got 2 rows of pins that's moving, and it just it's a very good way to downsize the product. Works wonderful.
One of the finest powders goes to the rock dust market, used in underground coal mines to keep down the risk of coal dust explosions. Jones says proposed new federal requirements could mean they'll need to install more equipment to keep those customers.
It's a good market. We don't want to lose that.
At the limestone quarry, the old administrative building was torn down this summer, with a new building under construction. Mark WINN is the construction coordinator.
It's a steel building. Chief is the manufacturer, and it'll steel on the outside, and it'll be the administrative part will be sheetrock, and the shop that'll be metal lined on the inside and insulated.
Moving to the Dry Fork Mine near Gillette, Wyoming, there is a new mine manager, Dave GAUNTNER. He started in August and is impressed with the mine's family atmosphere. He says that atmosphere is part of why the mine has gone more than 1,300 days without a lost-time accident.
Employees need to feel empowered to be able to shut down a job or stop doing whatever they are doing if they think it's unsafe.
The Dry Fork Mine ships to Dry Fork Station, Laramie River Station, Leland Old Station, and other utilities. GAUNTNER says to meet the requirements of BNSF Railway, the mine will soon begin a project to add a car topper station to their loadout area. The car topper station will spray a sealant on top of coal cars of customers that currently require it.
And the sealant, once it's set, it's almost like a glue. It's almost like a glue cover on top of the cars. And that helps keep the dust from blowing off.
Another improvement came to the mine after an MSHA inspection in 2012. The inspector noted the crest berm at the edge of the coal face wasn't quite high enough to meet muster. So, with the existing equipment not able to efficiently do that job, the mine bought a utility loader.
The utility loader, it has a bucket so you can push up the berm, whereas with the grader, it blades up a windrow and it doesn't blade up a very high windrow. The utility loader is able to build up a bigger, higher crest berm.
The mine found a way to meet another MSHA requirement while saving time and money too. Instead of using a manual washdown system, the mine is installing automatic washdown systems in all areas of the plant.
MSHA requires that those areas be clean so that you don't have a fire hazard, a combustion hazard, if you will. The other thing that we use these systems for is to clean out areas, to wash down areas, to mitigate the dust dangers before employees go in there to work.
At the Freedom Mine near Beulah, North Dakota, a major reclamation project is nearly complete. In 2002, this bridge was built on Highway 1806. After a major demolition, this is the highway today.
Behind me and up to the north, that's the area where we removed 30 million tons of coal. That area has been completely reclaimed now and will be turned into farmland and cropped probably next year.
Mark Haugen is the engineering manager for the COTEAU Properties Company. He says there is a little work left to be done on haul roads and sedimentation ponds.
The sedimentation ponds are one of the last things to be removed in the reclamation process, and we hope to have all the ponds removed by the end of 2014.
Inside the mine, the coal handling facilities got an upgrade to equipment that's the only one of its kind in the United States. Lee REINHOLT is the coal handling maintenance planner.
With our old system of chutes up there, we had flop gates that just flopped left, flopped right to direct the coal flow, and it limited what we did with them. And we had, in each chute, we would have up to 8 gates in them. With the new spoon system that we have, it's a rotating chute. It just has one rotating chute in it. We have 3 pockets in that chute now, and we can rotate 10-degree increments to take and to get that coal to a customer. It enables us to do many multiple blends, and we can ship to more than one customer at one time.
The modification upgrades a system that was 30 years old and was able to be completed in little more than a month. It was one of a few different projects that are helping to reduce the amount of coal fines coming from the Freedom Mine to the Great Plains Synfuels plant. TRINITY TURNBOW is Dakota Gasification Company's manager of process operations. He says getting less fines from the mine is helping out in a number of ways.
The less amount of coal we purchase and have to pass through the system is just financially better for us, less coal we buy from COTEAU. Secondly, we have less issues on our screens when we don't have as much wet coal or as much fine coal. Also, fewer fines helps out our gasification process. Our gasifiers want coal that's greater than quarter inch or greater, and the fewer amount that we get smaller than quarter inch helps our operations.
There are fewer fines for many different reasons. Those new chutes are one. Another is that equipment is driving over the top of the coal less often. But the biggest benefit comes before the coal is even blasted.
I personally believe that a lot of the fines reduction has to do with the blasting. I think the blasters have the biggest impact on the fines reduction.
Stu Mead is the Freedom Mine's coal processing manager. He says the blast crew found that using a bigger drill bit breaks the coal apart less, and they drill fewer holes too.
With a bigger hole, what you're doing is you're still not using any more pounds of explosives in the hole, but you're getting more stemming in the hole. The stemming helps to contain the explosive gases.
The crew also uses airbags when they fill the holes with explosive.
It's an airbag basically that takes the place of powder, and the powder fills up around the bag.
And the success of that combination is plain to the eye at the moment of explosion. You see less coal flying through the air now, and that's a good thing.
The amount of fines we've been getting over the last year and a half is some of the lowest we've seen in the history of the facility.
Dakota Coal and its partners at the COTEAU Properties Company's Freedom Mine, at the Dry Fork Mine in Wyoming, and at the Montana Limestone Company's Quarry and Fine Grind Plant, and at Wyoming Lime Producers Franny Lime Plant are working on the same mission to safely, reliably, and efficiently deliver supplies for Basin Electric's needs.